4.5%. That's how little of the American new car market the midsize sedan now represents, according to Edmunds, down from 5.3 the year before. Cars of every kind account for just 17%. Trucks, SUVs, and vans took the other 83. So when I say nobody wants these cars, I'm not being cute. 95.5% of American buyers walked straight past the midsize sedan last year. But here's the strange part. The very sedans Americans are abandoning may make more sense for seniors than the SUVs dealers keep pushing. Say the words, "I want something easy to get in and out of" at a dealership, and you'll be walked to an SUV before you finish the sentence. Because the salesperson's job is to move what moves, and I've got 3 reasons. One of these 3 Honda sedans costs more per year to insure than the SUV everybody keeps steering you toward. I'll show you which one. Another gives you more room to stretch your legs than that SUV does, in the car you've been told is the cramped one. And after number 1, we're going to pull up the crash test on that SUV together. There's a grade on it that Honda's own showroom will never mention. Then I'll rank all 3 on 8 things that matter once you're past 55. Blind spot monitoring, cross-traffic alert, a power driver's seat with lumbar, heated front seats, parking sensors, headlights, the rear seat crash score, and something getting rare, real knobs for the things you touch every day. Not the model, the exact trim. And the scores? 4 out of 8, 7. And one of them gets all 8. Let's start with number 3. 2026 Honda Civic Sport, 4 out of 8. Go to Honda's own feature guide, find the blind spot information system on the Civic page, and read the availability line. 3 words, sport and above. That's the entire case for this car. The Civic Sport, a hair under $27,000 before destination, is the cheapest new Honda sedan that will actually tell you a car is sitting where your neck no longer turns. The LX beneath it saves you about $2,000, and what that money buys is the ability to see. It's the worst money-saving decision on a Honda lot right now. What the Sport does bring: blind spot with cross-traffic alert, headlights rated good by the IIHS on every trim, 94 out of 100 on the Auto Reliability Index, the highest score of anything Honda builds, sedans and SUVs together, and 34 miles per gallon combined, which matters more this year with gas at $4.09 a gallon, 95 cents higher than a year ago, where it stops at 4 of 8. No heated seats, no parking sensors, no power driver's seat. And who should walk away? The Civic is a top safety pick, but in the updated moderate overlap test, the one with a dummy in the back seat, the rear passenger score is marginal. Grandkids back there most weekends, this is not your car. Now that first thing I promised. The Civic is the cheapest car here to buy and the most expensive one to own. $3,051 a year to insure on average, against the CR-V's $2,401, $650 a year more for the smaller car. That one's cheap and it earns it. The next one costs $5,000 more and picks up 3 of the 4 boxes the Civic just missed. If you've ever had a salesperson decide for you that an SUV was more sensible at your age, tap the like button. And stay with me, because the trim at number 1 is the one that desk will never walk you to first. Number 2, 2026 Honda Accord SE, 7 out of 8. Open the Accord SE spec sheet and find the driver's seat line. 10-way power, with lumbar support, second trim from the bottom, $31,890. If your lower back decides how far you're willing to drive in a day, that adjustment is worth more than any screen or sunroof or badge on the trunk, and Honda hands it over at the second rung, which almost nobody shopping the lot realizes. The rest of the SE's record is unusually clean. Good in small overlap, good in moderate overlap, good in side impact, top safety pick. As of right now, the 2026 Accord carries 0 recalls and 0 owner complaints on file, which for a first model year is rare. And Edmunds describes the center stack as big, no-nonsense buttons and knobs, getting harder to find at any price. Here's the second thing I promised. Front legroom in the Accord, 42.3 inches. In the CRV, 41.3. A full inch more room in the car everyone calls the tight one, because a sedan spends its length on people instead of on cargo height. Who should skip it? Anybody who drives real miles. At 31 miles per gallon, combined, it's the thirstiest car on this list. It will actually cost you more in fuel than the smaller, cheaper Civic. And it rides on 19-inch wheels, so on chewed-up pavement, you'll feel more than you would in the LX below it. Test drive it on the worst road you know, not the one the salesperson picks. It stops at 7 of 8 for one reason, and it's the reason number one exists. Before the top spot, the other side gets its say. 4 things an SUV does that no Accord can. All-wheel drive. No Accord has ever offered it. Not one. Not ever. Snow belt, no winter tires. Go buy the SUV and don't think twice. Cargo. 39.3 cubic feet behind the seats in a CRV, against 16.7 in an Accord trunk. If you load a walker, a folded wheelchair, or a scooter, measure yours before you decide. That's more than double the space and a legitimate reason to buy the SUV. Insurance, cheapest of anything we've discussed. And the height is real, 66 inches against 57. If lowering yourself into a seat genuinely hurts, that outranks every crash rating on Earth. The safest car in the world is the one you never bought. If you've owned a CRV, put in the comments what yours actually cost you per year. Real numbers help the people shopping this week. Number 1, 2026 Honda Accord EXL Hybrid, 8 out of 8. Pull up Honda's price list, line up the 4 Accord hybrids, and look at nothing but the wheel column. Sport, 19-inch. Sport L, 19. Touring, 19. EXL, 17. $36,290. And it's the only hybrid Accord riding on 17s. Smaller wheel, taller sidewall, more air between you and the pavement. Drive an EXL and a Sport L back-to-back on a road you know is bad, and judge for yourself. But that's the physics. The fuel figure isn't a judgment call. 51 city, 44 highway, 48 combined. The best number in Honda's entire sedan lineup. The Sport Hybrid is the same car with the same engine on 19s, 44 combined, 4 miles per gallon, gone into the wheel wells, against an all-wheel drive gas CRV at 29 combined. You're looking at roughly $670 a year back in your pocket at 12,000 miles. This is also where the 8th box gets checked. Front and rear parking sensors, standard here, and unavailable on both trims below. That's the single box the Accord SE was missing. Add leather, a 2-position memory driver's seat, and a 4-way power passenger seat. Good in every IIHS crash test. Top safety pick. Now the part that should make you angry. The Sport L Hybrid. One rung up. The trim a salesperson will absolutely steer you toward. Costs $36,680, $390 more than the EXL. For that money you get 19-inch wheels and 4 fewer miles per gallon. You pay extra every month you own it for less. Who should skip it? No Accord offers all-wheel drive. Not this one, not any of them, not ever. If where you live decides that for you, buy the SUV. But before you do, let's pull up that crash test. Go to IIHS.org and open the 2026 CRV. Small overlap front, good. Side, good. Headlights, good. It's not a bad car, and I won't tell you it is. Then scroll to the updated moderate overlap test, the one with a second dummy in the back seat. Poor. The lowest grade they hand out. Shoulder belt tension on that rear dummy, 4.3 kilonewtons. Chest injury measures, marginal. Restraints and dummy movement, poor. Honda's biggest seller, off a record July, took no IIHS award for 2026. The Accord in the same showroom took top safety pick, and the market keeps choosing it. Honda's own numbers this year, 543,000 trucks and SUVs against 267,000 cars. So, the Civic Sport if the back seat stays empty. The Accord SE if your back sets the schedule and your odometer doesn't. The EXL Hybrid if you plan to still be driving it in 2036. 2 things this week. At the dealership, ask before anything else. What size wheels are on this one? On an Accord Hybrid, 17 means EXL. 19 means paying more for less. And before you go near a lot, pull up IIHS.org and type in the exact year and model. Free, 30 seconds. Scroll to the moderate overlap result, the rear seat score. No salesperson brings that one up on their own. Then tell me, what did a salesperson steer you toward the last time you walked onto a lot? And did you drive it home? If this was worth your time, subscribe.